Yeah, a lot of people in the comments and stuff have been writing, after the recent, really quite weird camp kind of dance of Chris Eubank, and he looks like he's wearing a dress almost. I don't know what's going on, man, with that. Well, he obviously lost it, I don't know what more is going on. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I always thought Chris Eubank Senior was not into batty business. Okay, Junior looked well fruity, and there's people that have sparred with him. They're like, man, this guy is lavender blood. He is lavender. So I thought, it should be thought, it's time. Let's look into Eubanks Senior and find out if there is any evidence of batty business. Now, I had this on a standalone video, but watch this again. Watch this again when he talks about batty business. And I mean, what's he saying? Oh, it's because of my gayness. People say I'm gay. He thought I was, a little bit fruity. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like people say, oh, he's only messing around. Ha ha, he's having a laugh. But it's how it all starts, isn't it? Them guys back in the day, who would test the waters a bit, act a little bit fruity, around people, and they'd be, ha ha, I'm just joking. Anyway, it turns out they're Batymans later. I don't know, man. You can have a joke in that, but I mean, what kind of straight guy wants to joke about being into batty business? It's not. To me, it's not regular alpha male behavior, is it? Yeah, and Chris Eubank Senior, you would think would an alpha male. He lives in Brighton as well. Brighton is a very well-known centre for batty business. There's a lot of batty business there. They call themselves free and progressive, but basically they're just, they're perverts, really. So I looked into this, but Eubanks passed to see if there's anything. Now, there was this one, I found this one thing in the Times. Now, it's been removed, but there's mention of this article saying about how, he's having an interview with some man, and he's a woman, and he goes, "Oh, you got a speck of duff on the back of your trousers. I am inclined to brush it off, but I will not," says Eubank. This is the Times reporting this. "If you are a man, I would definitely do that, but you are a lady, so I will not. This is important. I am saying that I would touch a man's bottom to remove the dust, but not a woman's. Do you understand what I am saying?" What I am implying, and this report goes, silence. Is the former world middleweight boxing champion about to make an unexpected confession, i.e. be a Batymans? "What it means," he says, "is that I am very, very comfortable with my sexuality. I would touch another man's bottom because I have no question about my own sexuality." That's just weird, okay? Whatever people say. And these things happen in the press again and again and again. It's part of the Illuminati energy to really push batty business. It's part of their end game. That and the Troon ting, You know what I'm talking about, the Troon ting. So, they're pushing it anyway. And they'll even get, you can notice they're pushing Batymans a lot more, especially in boxing. But also they will encourage, straight guys to talk about it. There's been Tyson Fury talking about having a one-night stand with Derek Chisora. There's been, I don't think he's a Batman, but he's done some fruity stuff like kiss a Batman. So they'll, even if you're not Batty, they'll push this. And they have to talk about it. Right? Now, it's obvious that Eubank signed a contract, probably verbal, but he signed a contract with the NWO to do whatever they want him to do and to make them sacrifices, so that he could be very rich and very well-known and famous. And he's a narcissist, so he loved it. Now, at the beginning, it seems like fun. I'm getting on. All I've got to do is say a couple of slightly odd things, and the money rolls in, and this, that, and the other. But later on, the things start to become more serious. Look at Frank Stroke Kelly Maloney. You honestly think that this man was seriously, he was claiming, "Oh yeah, I was undercover. I was dressing up in dresses and going to gay." No, he wasn't, man. That's just a lie for his book. "Oh, I've always known." No. He was forced into it, man. There's no doubt. He was against batty business and women's boxing, and you could say, oh, that's just a cover up. They always use it. Oh, it's a cover up. I've never known any people go, oh yeah, homophobia people are usually actually secretly batty man. That's just nonsense psychologically, and it's just one of those false narratives that's pushed out to stop any kind of criticism of that lifestyle. Oh yeah, actually, battering someone's batty hole, that's completely normal. Yes, that's right. So, so that whole thing. I know a few men's that was straight. I don't even believe in getting straight. You're basically straight. You're normal. You're a pervert. But there's a couple of guys that came out later to be into batty business. I just think they're perverts. But and they for years they were with women. For years they were with women, and it obviously means you can get a stiffy and bust a nut. So I mean that's just crazy. There isn't this kind of sexuality thing is just made up to push degeneracy and perversion. Okay, and the men that I've known a few men. They were quite macho when they were at university and things like that. You know what I'm saying? One of them was always talk about women. Another one just normal. Another one. One that was a rugby player, army, all that kind of stuff, and they came out as Batymans, and it was unexpected. But I've never, to my life, known a single man who's anti-gay, anti-this, who's then switched around and become a Batyman. That's like a lie, that the mainstream push out to try and stop criticism of batty business. Yeah, I mean these guys that were into batty business, but basically acted straight. We're never hateful against Batymans because they kind of knew it was too much of a deception to themselves, but they just pretended to be quite straight and like girls. And yeah, I mean, so Eubanks, so the Eubank did this thing as well, like a few years ago. So he lives in Brighton, which I said is a Batymans area. It's got a high level of batty business, and yeah, he complained to Brighton and Hove Council about men meeting in some seafront shutting and getting up to batty business, and I think that's completely fair. I mean, like, I don't agree with that stuff at all, but like, what? Hang on a minute. So you're now homophobic if you're actually against grown men bugging each other in public places where kids might see it, old people might see it. I mean, you shouldn't see that stuff full stop. Sexual encounters should be kept in privacy, not out in the open, especially not 8 or 9 Batymans in some ring of batty business, so that everyone can see. I mean, that's just sick, buggering each other. So yeah, so Eubanks, he wanted an end to this. He was like, it's disgusting, and he complained to the council. So, I don't know. I don't know. Is Eubanks batty? I don't know, man. I mean, obviously he said that thing, but to me, I think he's, he looked very camp, mincing around in that top. I don't know, man. Is MK Ultra programming breaking down? Is he being made to act all camp when he's not really? I lean towards that. And partially he might have just lost his mind, man. The punches, the drugs, the programming he's had, the pressure on him. Some people say, a lot of people have been saying, yeah, the son got sacrificed as part of the deal. That's the thing about signing up with the NWO, the Illuminati. It starts off as a bit of a laugh. You get money, you get looked after, and then and you just say a few things, flash a few signals. Then it starts to get creepier and creepier, more and more hardcore rituals. You've got to indulge in, then you have to sacrifice people. I mean, if you look at the number of actors and celebs, especially in Hollywood, who have weird deaths of their siblings. Their siblings or in fact their offspring. I mean, there's an awful lot. I don't know. Out of everyone I know one family who lost a kid early. Maybe two. Yeah, but it seems to be all over the place in Hollywood, places like that. You know what I'm saying? you know, and people, and a lot of these are mysterious circumstances. So people say the sacrifices that, you know, unfortunately they got to show their commitment, and it's too late. You got to give up some blood. It's a ritual. It's a, you know, these wrong-uns are genuinely sadness, yeah, and they feel they get power from this kind of sickness. You know, like I mean, it's been going on for years. You know, the Mayans, all these people sacrificing humans, yeah, on an altar. This is just another form of sacrifice. So, I don't think I don't know, man. Some people say he's very camp, and he is a bit. And it might just be a lisp, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Eubank, but he's definitely breaking down. I don't think he's a proper Battyman, but he may be forced to indulge in it and forced to talk about it. So there you go.